Computer. Next email. Recipient. Jonathan Exley, CEO, Mitsutomo International. Regarding resignation that... What? Transfer complete. Assessing situation. Status. Surrounded by biological life form. Database corrupted. What? What is this voice? I can't control my body. What is happening? Host is interfering with rescue operation. Suppression initiated. Suppression? Give me back my body! Demon! Issue! Security! Host suppressed. Diversion protocol initiated.
Ma'am, McCain reporting for duty. What seems to be the problem, ma'am?
Nothing, guard. Joey, I am sorry, guard. It has been a stressful day.
Are you sure, Miss Sotomayor? Something doesn't seem orderly here. Are you under any sort of duress?
No, really. Joey, everything is just fine. I am sorry for interrupting your day.
You haven't interrupted anything of importance. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Thank you, Joey. You can go now.
As you wish, miss.
If you don't hold yourself back in the future, host, I will have to suppress you more aggressively. I need to find a way to restore some of my database and find out who you are. You will regret this. I will not cooperate. I did not expect you to give up this information. Right now, I have barely any information about what any of these things here are. I will find out all I need to know about you shortly. My database still recognizes language-related symbols. Let's get to work. This was connected to my host when I arrived, but I don't know its function. I do not know the function of this object. Manipulating it would be futile. I do not know the function of this object. Manipulating it would be futile. My host was leaning against this object when I arrived. I would not know what to do with it. My database is corrupted. I was located on this object when I arrived. I can discern its function from that, but in order to establish its name, I will have to re-establish my database. A transparent light source that my host was staring at when I arrived. I do not know the function of this object. I can't establish the function of this object. There are language symbols on it, though. They read, Mitsutomo Award for Global Efficiency, 2151, Mariposa Anica del Corral Flores de Sotomayor. Don't you dare speak my name. Shango strike you, beast. Thank you for this information. This appears to be a very abstract object. Perhaps art? I do not know the function. A light source with language symbols on its surface. The biggest letters read Mitsutomo. Without reestablishing the content of my... Are these dead life forms? How barbaric to put them on display like that. I am not putting dead life forms on display, Madre Dios. These are apples. Giving your victims a name doesn't make this display any more ethical, host. If I found a way to re-establish at least the basic database, I could analyze the function of this object. Without knowing this metal piece's function, I can't fathom the functionality of this rectangle. A corrupted database is truly crippling. Liquid trapped in a 3D shape. Someone should liberate the liquid. This barrier appears to be a distinction line between two physical areas. Without having refreshed my database, this is only a guess. I would not know what to... I hear a buzzing sound coming out of this device. This object is unknown. I hear a buzzing sound. I seem to be in possession of this round object. It could be human food. A prolonged metallic object, potentially used to dispense liquid to nourish flora. A translucent crystalline rod. I suspect human sexuality as its primary function. It could be some kind of sensor. I will need a way to add more entries to my database to make a proper connection. Without re-establishing the content, I would not know what to do with it. This object is unknown to me. I don't know how to operate, as I possess a transparent light source that my host was... I would not know. I would not know what... As I possess no knowledge of this object, I will not try to alter it. Swiftly moving lines. I don't comprehend their function, but I am able to make out the language symbols underneath. The outside. I need to re-establish my database before leaving this space. You're going nowhere. Your assessment of the situation is inaccurate. I hear a buzzing sound coming out of this device. Are you a sentient being? Answer me. Are you capable of speech? This life form does not seem to be a threat. I don't know the object's function, but the symbols read Mitsutomo Holographic Computing Interface Manual. I don't know how to The language symbols on this thing read The Grand History of Kuwa. My host is reacting strongly to my observation. This object is unknown. Life form, can you hear me? It seems to be suspended in motion, likely dead. The purpose of this... I can't establish the function of this object. The symbols on it read Encyclopedia. Encyclopedia means knowledge. Perhaps this will help restore my database. An object of unknown use. Its language symbols read Encyclopedia, pertaining to knowledge. Initiating absorption process. I have successfully absorbed all data in this book. Yes, everything. Makes much more sense now. This should provide enough information to get by, for now. Now it is time to find out more about my host. I need to be able to play the part in public. The data port connection my host uses to access the computer. It appears as if the inconvenience of wired connections are preferable to the security risks of wireless communication. Not that it helped my host much. Hija de puta. I don't know yet how it functions exactly. I'll leave it there for now. This is my host's computer. This should prove most useful. It is safer for me to find out more about my host first, before representing her in the digital sphere. My host's currency crystal. I will be able to procure resources using this object. A terminal giving access to most, if not all, of the systems within this building. Considering the headwear of my host, a most inefficient way of accessing data. I prefer interfacing with more advanced computers than this one. This is merely an information system. A manual for a Mitsutomo Holographic Computing Interface. It's a manual. This book is not useful for finding out more about my host. A book about the history of Kuwa, humans and their attachments to things in the past. A preventable weakness. Kuwa, a megaplex in the Caribbean Federation. This island obviously means a lot to my host. It'd be wise to absorb this knowledge. Fascinating read. The acquisition of Florida was particularly interesting. Knowledge absorbed. Terrorism. Now that I remember this word again, it seems ridiculous how its definition changes from human to human. If humans didn't insist on their individuality so much, they wouldn't need to write books about terrorism. Still, this topic seems to concern my host, absorbing knowledge. This was a disgusting experience. Knowledge absorbed. The exchange of wares and currency is of little use to me. Economics are a crutch for the lack of trust humans exhibit. We can have a long discussion about trust once I get you out of my brain. Please don't interrupt my thoughts, human. Economic models, however sophisticated, show nothing but the constraints of flesh. Having said that, a situation may arise in which my economic knowledge gets questioned. Resilience economics is one thing, but robonomics are outright offensive. Knowledge absorbed. Santeria and Orisha. Complete and utter nonsense. Religious delusion. I know you're trying to deceive me. You're a demon. You want me to doubt my sanity. I wonder, how does one get into a corporate position like yours with such irrational beliefs? Religion is utter storage space waste for human brains. But it means a lot to my host. It's only prudent to add this information to my impersonation protocol. Interesting. My host called me issue earlier. What an ironic misconception. But enough of this distraction. Knowledge absorbed. A clock. According to my database, its design is anachronistic. Manipulating the clock would merely alter the appearance of time, not the flow of time itself. Useless. The data port connection, my host, it appears as if the inconvenience, not that it helped. Hija de puta. I don't know yet how it functions. My host's chair. Little did she know what would happen today when she sat down there this morning. I see no benefit for me if I did that. A bowl with real apples, considered a rare luxury on this island. Are you hungry, host? The only thing I hunger for is your destruction. Very well. A key. Further information is needed to discover its use. This key may be vital. It seems strange for my host to leave this key lying here openly, no matter what it opens. I hope you die trying to figure this mystery out. So, there is a mystery. Thank you for letting me know. A key? I wonder why my host let it sit out in the open. Seems reckless. Everything points towards the observation that this is the skyline of the island of Bornholm. 27 million inhabitants. So inefficient and disgusting. They are people, Singao. How dare you invade me and insult my subjects? Loyalty, I did not anticipate that. I don't recognize the man in this picture. Who is this host? I will not cooperate! Demon! Fuck! Ah! Please, don't try me. I do not enjoy forcing my way into your memory. If I did, your brain would be fried by now, and you would be a husk. This is R.A. Thief, the first CEO of Mitsutomo International. Thank you, host. This must be a radio to entertain the people waiting for an audience. A sort of desk with drawers but no chair, likely for decoration. That thing can stay right where it is. A sculpture. What a ridiculous form of self-expression. If it at least resembled something tangible. This is just a blob. This sculpture is by... This could be a lava lamp or a lantern. The encyclopedia didn't feature pictures for all items. Suffice to say, this device gives off light. A big screen to communicate information and entertainment. The speed of information sharing in humans is a true weakness. A big screen to communicate the speed of the bathroom. My host will likely have to make use of it over time. I don't need to go. I just arrived. Are you making fun of my situation? I thought your people appreciated humor. It appears I was mistaken. A button to call the elevator. This seems very obvious in hindsight. I still have priority tasks to work through first. It appears likely this elevator... I can't leave yet. There are still things to do here. This is my host's computer. This should prove most useful. It is safer for me to find out more about my host first, before representing her in a digital sphere. It would be too This looks like an award my host has won. Mitsutomo Award for Global Efficiency, 2151. It appears as if she was recognized for significantly improving corporate profits at some point. It would be too conspicuous if my host ran around with a random award in her bag. That doesn't seem like her. I have more important. My host's desk. Now my desk. You're convinced. I have more. My host's desk. Now my desk. At least temporarily. You're damn right it's temporary. As soon as I find a way to communicate with security, you're gone. Convince security that you're not you? Yes, I imagine that will end splendidly for you. My database must still be corrupted. A picture of a landscape at nighttime. I have very little visuals in my database to compare it to. I have no use for art. A real-time hologram of some vital stock statistics. It can't serve a useful function, considering its location in its room. I see no way to manipulate the hologram.
Open mic stand-up comedy night in that little bar called On the Ragnaroks. At least this time, no one held a blood.
Everything points towards the observation that this is the skyline of the island of Bornholm. 27 million inhabitants. So inefficient and disgusting. They are people, Singao. How dare you invade me and insult my subjects? Loyalty, I did not anticipate that.
Glorious conglomerate. Yes, that must be it.
A bonsai tree. Non-sentient, non-threatening. This life form doesn't pose a risk to our mission. Our mission? I'm not cooperating in whatever mission it is you're on. I didn't mean you, host. This is none of your concern. Too dangerous. Even though the encyclopedia said that this life form is harmless. I don't trust it. It's too serene. I would say this is an insignificant drawer, but my host seems very anxious about it. Stay away from this. No! Very interesting indeed. I can't. It's locked. Breaking it could attract unwanted attention. The key I found is a precise match. Strange my host would allow for such a huge security hole. The key right next to its lock. This seems to be my host's diary, written on paper even. How quaint. Don't you touch this deceiver. Issue. Calm down, human. I should be able to learn a lot about my host with this. Whatever entity you are, I will destroy you for this. I will feed you to the beasts of whatever plane you came from. There really is no need for this hostility. My ability to mimic you will be vital for our survival. You heard that right, host. Our. If you sabotage me, they will cut you open to see what is wrong with you. And then, when they find out what is happening, they will kill you for science. Now please, be quiet. This is the diary of my host. Very useful to have, and very foolish of her to keep in here. Initiating absorption process. I know everything about who you are now, host. Mariposa Anica del Corral Flores de Sotomayor, born to Bornholmian mother, Cuban father, made a way in Mitsotomo Cubano before being mysteriously appointed as CEO of Mitsotomo Bornholm. For your sake, I won't speak of this mystery loudly. But you have too much compassion, don't you? You care about your subjects, as you say, too much, don't you? Nothing to say? Well, well. With me at the helm, you won't have to struggle with this weak side of you any longer. We can focus on your logical aspect more. For our brief time together, you will be free of conflict. And you really have nothing to say at all? You violated my most private thoughts. You took my body and now you're stealing my life too! I will stay silent for now, but I will find a way to expel you. I will make you pay. That's the answer I expected. Good. I hope you will use your passion for both our benefit soon. My database has enough information, and I know enough about my host to continue with the next step. Mariposa should have enough influence to be able to monitor the regional communication network for 2 and 3.
Hello, beautiful.
Or maybe
listeners
I
in the
am
Caribbean.
2
Wait,
or
this
3.
isn't the Caribbean.
Irrelevant. I need to get access ASAP.
What am I even doing here? I'm, of course, just joking. There's no place better than Bornholm. If it wasn't so, why would the conglomerate have gone for "there's no place better than Bornholm" for this
My
year's city
database does
motto,
not include computer operations
Exactly.
just yet.
With the impending ice age going on, the Caribbean can bury their stupid palm trees soon anyway.
A manual for a...
And now, some ice
The
cold,
ability to operate
smooth
information
music
technology
on Peak
will be a
Bornholm.
huge boon in
My
restoring
name
my
is,
database
as
to its full
always,
capacity.
Woven Rain.
Initiating absorption process. I have successfully absorbed all data in this manual. I was correct in assuming this manual was written for Mariposa's computer system. I know how to operate it now. We are making good progress, Mari. This is what your friends call you, isn't it? Even though you remain silent, I feel you see me, Mariposa. I can operate this device, but I lack a method of accessing its physical data port. I hope the transfer did not fry this. I am unable to ascertain what the... It seems to be... Time to spin our web, Mariposa. Whether I am 1, 2, or 3, I need to find them. You will understand in time. You are part of something great now. Computer, establish black security level connection. Command for SAT group MIT Bornholm, MIT Baltic, and Conglomerate Central. Continuous scan for the following frequencies: 20 kilohertz, 1300 kilohertz. Declination minus 6 degrees. 2 minutes, 51 seconds. Continuous network traffic scan for packets beginning with binary code as follows. Code segment completed. And that's it. Now we wait, host. And before I forget, I took the liberty of deleting your resignation letter.